This is Ron Dzinski once again. I'm the founder of Beyond PTSD, although it has several iterations along the way. But basically, this is the name of the website, beyondptsd.org. And brand new site, lots of exciting things going on. This is also a brand new venture for us, which is the YouTube channel. We're doing our best to try to capture as many and find as many people of the 7.7 million who are PTSD sufferers. So anyway, I talked about all the things, and the numbers are staggering. But in any event, what we have to talk about is costs, so that you people can be, who are brand new at it, can start to get an idea of what is in store for you. I've been doing this for 45 years, maybe, something like that. Anyway, I was in Vietnam in 1968 and 69, came out, started journaling to myself, and later on, after lots of therapy, and started a blog to try to kind of get as many people to get an understanding of what PTSD is all about. In the beginning, I thought it was only military guys that got it. I later found that lots and lots and lots of others have it. So what we have to do is we have to talk about how expensive this process is. It's easy to spend nothing, to sit back and complain, and there's some ways that you can do it a little less expensive, and certainly that's what we're all about here, to try to encourage you to use this blog as often as you can, because it does alleviate some of the stress that you put on yourself. But there's still the process of professional PTSD people that are doctors, people are trained to figure out and help you out and try to, move you along this process. But anyway, when you're talking about the first step, it's pretty easy for people who have a military background, because just go to the VA, they have free stuff. So, you can kind of get yourself in that process and move along. But there's also the possibility that you're not close to a VA, or that you don't like the people that you met at the VA, or the fact is that it's 3 or 4 times that you're driving 4 or 5 hours to try to find the VA location, or there's other things that could get in the way of that whole process. But no matter what, you're dealing with going and finding a mental health professional. So the other people besides VA, you've got people that are looking for somebody to talk to. And of course, there's lots of people here who have similar experiences, or at least know what you're going through and are here. But we're talking about the dollars and cents of it. So let's talk about psychologists. My wife, as you may or may not know, is a psychologist, and she has her own private practice here in California. I will tell you that she charges anywhere from, therapists, let me say it that way. Therapists can charge anywhere from, $60, $70 maybe dollars an hour, to the higher end, which could be as high as $200 an hour. I won't tell you where my wife is, but she's a psychologist and a psychoanalyst, so it might give you an idea about which direction in that scale she's located. But it's expensive. And people that see her, lots of them are covered by their own insurance, which will cover 80% of usually the amount of time they can go in and see her. Sometimes most insurances, I think, on a regular basis will allow you to see a therapist once a week. So at the very least, that's 52 weeks a year. And let's say you're, just as a round figure to make it easier for me, let's say you're talking about $100 per session. $100, and they pay 80%, so they pay $80. That means your copay is $20. $20 times 52, so you're talking about $1,000 or something. That's just taken out of your basket of bills that you have to pay. So it's expensive, even if you're paying only 20% copay. So you got to be prepared for that, at least for a while anyway. You got to figure a way that you can do that, because mental health professionals are basically going to do that, help you with your mental health. And this is a long process. This is years and years and years. In my case, it's 45 years. So let's say you started that $100 thing when you first came out of the service, and $1,000, that's $45,000 I would have spent on my therapy. So it isn't cheap, and unfortunately, it isn't something that you can just cast away, because if you don't get better, you're going to get worse. That's the issue. If you don't get better, you'll get worse. So if you don't like where you are today, trust me, it's going to get worse than it is. And I'm going to keep encouraging, keep nagging you. At the very least, you've got to come here and you got to start blogging. You got to start journaling. You've got to start doing something to relieve some of the stress. Try to get at some of this, and this is an ugly, ugly thing that you're involved with. Best thing to do is to kind of start to nibble around the edges as best you can. What do you say? I don't know what you said. For me, I said everything. I said everything I could think of that would make me feel better. I was that desperate to try to find answers. So I'm going to encourage you to try to do the same. And the more you can do, the better it's going to be for you. If it's every day, which is the way it was for me, I sometimes do it 2 and 3 times a day. I write to myself and try to figure out what it's all about. But at the very least, you're talking about going to a therapist, which is once per week. So we're in the process, and this is the good news, because we're a 501(c)(3). Remember, always keep that in mind. We are not here to make a profit. We're not doing anything to try to get into your money. And if anything, we're looking to try to get out of your money. So we're trying to keep more money in your pocket. So what we're going to do, and it's going to be at our expense, we're going to canvass. And we're going to canvass doctors all across the country. And we're going to find people that are going to be willing to see you. And most of the time, I'm going to guess it's online. They're going to do Skype or go to meeting or some kind of way. We're going to get you online with a therapist that's going to give you a discount in their rate. So let's say they are going to see our group of people. And as I told you several times, we have in excess of 7,000 people that we see regularly, irregularly. I'm guessing it's going to go up really a lot, because there's lots of people that are going to be seeing these videos, are going to see the blogs, and they're going to start attracting more and more and more people. So let's say we get up, we get the 10,000, we get 20,000. Doctors are looking for patients. Money is in the patients. That's how they make their money. So if we can offer them something, which is patients, then we think that we should be able to bargain for less money. So let's say, and I'm going to say, and trust me, I think that we might be able to get some pretty good deals. Now, you're not going to be able to have your pick of the litter, because there are certain limitations. First of all, you have to be in the state. You can a doctor or a psychologist can only, they have a state license, so they can only see you if you live in their state. Now, that also means that not every doctor is going to give a discount. Maybe they got plenty of patients. Maybe they don't see any more patients. We're going to deal with the one that is interested in seeing more and having more people. So you, who are a brand new person, is looking for a psychologist. Why not get less? I mean, why not pay for less of it? If the doctors, let's say, gives you 20% discount, instead of you paying $100 an hour, you're paying $80 an hour. And if you're talking about the 20% copay, is instead of you paying $20, you're paying $16. So it's a matter of dollars and cents to you. And the less money we can get for those for that bargain, the better it's going to be. None of the money that you're going to get from that doctor comes to us. We're not going to charge or sneak any of your money to try to support us. It's going to be all to try to give you a deal. You'll be the one that will have the access. And what we're going to get from them is we're going to charge them to have access to you. So we're going to charge them, say, if you want it, we can advertise on our site. So all you have to do is you'll have to register. You'll have to give us your email address and how we can get in touch with you. You'll be a member of an exclusive group of these people, and they will put in, you'll go to our website, and in that website, there'll be a list, I'm sure, of some sort where they'll have every state in the union, and you'll press on, Texas. And in Texas, there'll be 20 doctors you can choose from. Some might be right around the corner from you. You could drop in and see them in person. Or if you choose not to, you see them online. I think doctors are going to be more and more going in that direction, because it saves lots of people lots of time. So then you'll get a deal. So you'll have a deal, they'll have a good deal, because they're getting more patients or have access to patients that are going to be the kind of patients that they want to see. So it's a win-win for everybody. And we'll have the $20 or $13, whatever we're charging for their advertising to have their name on our space. we'll charge them, and that money will come toward us to be able to provide more services to you. So the more services we can provide, the more savings you're going to be able to get, and it'll go on from there. So that's just one part of this mental health part, situation. There's going to be others. I mark my words to you. We're going to be able to look at other things that are going to save you even more money. Change in terms of what you might be able to get in terms of some services, but the more money you can save, the more regular you can get. If we can save you some money, we're going to do it. All right. So anyway, this is the way you can get in touch with me. I'm here for you, and I'm going to give you good deals. I'm going to be like the Donald Trump of PTSD. I'm going to get you a good deal. I'm interested in hearing the pluses, the minuses, what you like, what you don't like. I'll be here to hopefully welcome as many people that I want to share this as can be. Remember, I'm looking for 7.7 million. There might be a heck of a lot more than that. By the time we're done with this thing, they're going to have all kinds of good possibilities for yourself, and this is going to be the place to come. But you can't get it unless you register. So make sure that you get your email address and how we can get in touch with you, because it's going to be a club. It's going to be an exclusive club, and it's going to be for people who have PTSD and only those. So this is for you, and you're going to be able to take advantage of a lot of stuff. So anyway, I love you all. I'll talk to you soon.